Welcome to Puff Puff Hour, a Dragon Quest podcast. I'm
Really?
your host, Dylan Rominger.
Caleb Craig.
And Jacob Wright.
What are we going to be talking about today, guys?
Dragon Quest Builders.
Dragon Quest Builders, Minecraft Edition.
Minecraft edition.
That's exactly what everybody's going to compare this game to. So I figured I'd just get that out of the way first.
It's Minecraft story mode before Telltale did their story mode.
I haven't played that one yet, so...
I haven't either.
Oh, okay.
Have you guys actually played Minecraft? Because I
Yes.
haven't played
No.
Minecraft.
Yes,
at all.
I have.
But I feel like I have.
Now that you've
Yeah.
played this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do we have news or
We do have one news, and it actually correlates to this review.
what a coincidence?
As of a day ago, they have officially announced the release date for Dragon Quest Builders on the Switch.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
That's a decent addition, but it's a little unfortunate that I just beat it on a different console.
Well, at least the PlayStation has trophies.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like the trophy aspect.
Yes.
Lots of
Nintendo
silver
isn't going to
trophies.
get you nothing.
Yeah,
They really
yeah.
need a trophy system or something.
That's too bad.
Something.
So, Switch.
Switch
Wh-
love.
What about the Switch?
What about it?
What about it? There's games on it now. Good job, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No Dragon Quest games, though.
Well, there is now.
Well, yeah.
Well,
guess.
not now,
Not
but
yet.
in like a month.
When is it supposed to come out?
I believe January 15th.
I thought
believe.
it was February.
February.
I
I
saw
don't-
February 9th.
Okay.
That's what I saw.
You're clearly checking. Okay.
It's in the first 2 months. That's
Well,
that's
I
what we know.
did post it to our Puff Puff Hour Facebook page.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's one
Just,
of those things?
Slip
Okay.
that in there.
Oh, okay.
We do have one.
Yeah, but we do have a website. Nobody goes to it anyway, so I'm not sure about the Facebook page.
Hopefully more people will
Well,
visit one of those.
Just dazing y'all.
Yeah.
All
It's a work
right.
in progress.
All right, so you just beat Builders, Dylan,
I did. I was the last one to beat it.
all right, and neither of you has started Dragon Quest 4, right?
No,
not yet.
progress.
Okay, well I have, and I beat it. So
You beat 4 already?
You going to
Yeah.
remember
Oh my
it by the
gosh.
time we get to it?
yeah, I mean it's not that long. It took me about 20 hours.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
See,
I beat it pretty quickly.
Yeah. So I will easily go through it very quickly, just determining a specific time. Waiting on
It'll take
Dylan,
me a couple
so-
of weeks, probably.
Because one of our hosts is finally out of school.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm done with school finally, thankfully.
yeah.
So I'll have a little bit more time to dedicate to that stuff.
Yeah, and
So
then we-
hopefully we'll get a somewhat consistent schedule here.
and then we gotta find a
hopefully,
way
hopefully.
to get a hold of that Tornico, the dungeon crawler.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's the one after 4.
Yeah, I don't know. We can discuss that.
Hey,
do you
Tornico's
guys
straight
think?
after 4 because it's a tie-in to 4.
Yeah,
So we should play that one next then.
Right after 4.
yeah.
That's the schedule.
Is that the PS1?
Yes.
game?
The
Oh,
dungeon
man.
crawler.
The expensive one.
Is it
Yes,
expensive?
it
How
is
much is
expensive.
it?
We discussed it. I swear there's like $60 for used copies.
Yeah, it was pretty
It is
expensive
rough.
for PS1.
We'll find our way.
I
We'll get a
don't-
copy. We'll get a copy.
Yeah, we'll have to because I don't. That's not one I want to emulate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna emulate.
Who emulates on
Um,
this show?
No, it's not gonna happen. No colluding.
No colluding.
We're not colluding.
Does that even?
Well,
no,
if we do
whatever.
collude, you won't know about it.
All right. So hopefully that will be a little bit more consistent. So, anything else left to say, gentlemen? Do we want to get into builders?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just get right into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Alright.
We'll start with development. Protagonists were designed by Akira Toriyama,
No way.
which is not surprising at all.
Snap!
With Etrian Odyssey creator Kazu Nionu. I think I butchered
I have
that.
Never heard of that game.
Either way,
A Trent
Um,
Odyssey?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it either, actually.
I haven't either. I'm just.
Well,
Okay, so you just act like you just fucking know what it is.
Oh, exactly. Yes,
He's
I
the
do.
creator.
Of course I've heard of that.
Yes.
okay. Anyway, serving as the game's director, it was built using Free engine.
Free engine.
Free engine. That's interesting.
For real engine.
Yes. Want to say how it's spelled?
Nah. It's
PHYR.
it's a little out there.
Free.
Anyway, it is a free to use game
Yes.
engine, surprisingly, from Sony Interactive Entertainment. Despite its origins under Sony, it's compatible with more than just PlayStation platforms.
Yes. I looked.
It seems like it would be.
It is. I've noticed it under a lot of Android and other games before. And the one that I found very curious is that gaming company used it to develop Flow, Flower, and Journey.
The
yeah.
free software.
The
thing?
free engine thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Those are good games.
Yeah.
Flower is pretty sweet.
It
So
is.
Journey.
I thought that was pretty interesting that they just basically from scratch used this free engine, and Square Enix for once didn't use one of their pre-built engines. So
Well, that's
Well,
cool
it's not
either
like
way.
they had a system ready for Minecraft.
right.
Although Minecraft on like one of their engines would be interesting to see. Could you imagine that? Like like a Minecraft on their 15 engine.
That would be awesome. It would look
On
decent, I think.
15's engine,
Yeah, dude.
15's engine runs like trash.
Eh.
It has got so many pop-in textures. I'd rather go with Unreal 4 or
Unreal would be sweet too.
what is it called? Decima? Horizon's engine that Kojima's using for Death Stranding. That looks already better than 15's Illuminados engine.
It does look really
Illuminados.
good.
Illuminados, yes, it's the
Illuminados.
Illuminados.
Illuminados. The
Confirm.
Yeah, those engines already
the
look.
hidden engine. the engine that controls all the other engines.
It's hidden, yet it's there for everyone to see.
All right,
It's a rule of the engine.
those engines already look better than 15's. So
It would just be interesting
Enix's
to see.
engine is trash. Just saying.
It looks decent to me still. But I don't have as much experience in that game as you guys do.
Right.
So is that really it for the development? Just that it was.
That's all I was
It
able
was
to find.
pretty
Really?
short.
So just Akira Toriyama created the characters, and then it was created on a free engine. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
director
there was I
made a game we don't
believe,
know about.
Section 8, as we all know, that Square Enix has developed into 10 teams, 10 base teams. And 8 of them are under Square, and the other 2 are under Enix. So, like, 8, 9, and 10, I believe, are Enix, actually. Like, 3 and 7. And apparently Business Team 8 did this one. So, from the ground up. I didn't catch anything else peculiarly interesting about its development. It doesn't seem like something that, oh, look how we did this, or this, because there isn't much there to hoot and holler about. Like, oh, how did we create this gameplay? Because it's nothing unique.
Emulated Minecraft.
No,
I
it's
would
not
say it's
emulated
kind of
Minecraft.
unique.
It
There's
is-
not
it-
that
it's-
many games like it.
Right. But I don't think its development of being announced publicly would be too much interesting to me.
Well, what we had is enough, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to the plot then.
The plot. The world of the original Dragon Quest has been plunged into darkness by the evil Dragon Lord on a parallel ending of Dragon Quest I. Before the final battle, the hero accepted the evil Dragon Lord's suggestion, as he should have. Each rules a half of the world. After that, the hero was eliminated. Then the world was dominated by monsters, and its inhabitants have been robbed of the ability to build new things from raw materials.
And yet they totally do.
After
Yeah.
time after you teach them. See? It just seems like, everything gets destroyed and somebody has to come by and teach them how to build things again. It just seems like Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and then the goddess.
Wow.
The goddess apparently
Political.
also. What was the goddess's name again?
Etro?
Rubus?
No, I'm just kidding.
Rubus? Yeah, that's right. Rubus,
Rubus.
revives you
Rubius.
from the dead, basically. And
Yeah,
you
that's kind of a
become-
spoiler.
Yeah, but we're talking about spoilers here. I mean, there's not much else to the
Dude, there's
plot.
oh god, it could be
Yeah. So anyway, so you get revived from the dead, and you're now the builder. Who
a
has
new
to-
legendary builder.
Yeah, who has to restore the light to the world, and she constantly is telling you that you are not the hero of the
No,
story.
you are not the hero of the story.
You're trying
You-
to basically restore the light and pave the way for the hero to come and defeat the Dragon Lord.
Who are you? You are officially
Oh my god, really?
fix it. I officially named my character Bob, knowing that I was going to be the builder. What did you guys name your characters?
I just named him after me. because
Aw.
I
Yeah, I
have a
did
huge
that
ego.
too. Wasn't too clever with it, but it suffices, I would say.
Okay, I win that category.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. So
You got that one. Good job.
he retains the power to create, is awakened from the slumber by the goddess who takes them to rebuilding the world as they see fit.
Yeah. As they
And
see fit.
Yes, as they see fit. Because they exactly tell you, they make you their bitch and tell you what to do. And you have no other choice
Yeah.
but to abide by it.
Yeah, that's
Your
true.
rooms must be 4x3, and if you make them 5x6, they do not recognize, and I have to build from scratch.
Only if it's from the blueprints. But yeah.
No. Absolutely not. Okay, here's my first gripe I'm going to get out of the way right now.
Oh well, we are on the
LaRoche.
gameplay now, I guess.
Well, what
Are
else we could? Okay, let's go over the plot first before I start going off my first rant. You basically go to each chapter of towns that have been in the previous Dragon Quest games, and you help rebuild the towns as they used to be.
Yeah.
Now-
and then you have to defeat the overlord of each area that is keeping it in the darkness.
Yes,
Mhm.
the bosses. All right. So I will just dive straight into gameplay.
All right, let's
Yeah.
do it.
There is one gripe already. LaRoche, in Chapter 1, pretty cool-looking beard guy, deliberately tells me to upgrade the workshop. And now, so he mentions to me, hey, you need to have this, this, and this. But he doesn't specify where he wants it in the room. So he says, hey, put up a sign, put up a furnace, put up a sconce. He doesn't specify if the sign has to be on the inside or the outside.
No
So-
blueprint?
No blueprint, because
Okay.
this is one of the,
Yeah, that happened to me a couple of times too.
So
I
wait,
ended
did you
up
put it
having to
on the
look up-
outside?
I put it on the outside first, then I put it on the inside. And
Yeah.
then I started twiddling around. Oh, let's put the furnace here. Let's put the sconce here. So I had the sconce on the left and the furnace on the right. And I thought, oh, God, what else could it be? I'm trying everything else. And for some reason, the sconce had to be on the right and the furnace on the left. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I ran into
The
that problem.
specificity.
I don't know if it's necessarily the building problems or like there's like a glitch or something that happens in that game because I know there is.
I went onto
There's-
forums when it happened to me, and a lot of people came across the exact same thing with LaRoche.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I passed that one without any problems. Like I didn't have to redo anything. It just like did it. So I think like
Yeah.
it's a random glitch that happens where it like forces certain things to be in a certain place.
Yeah, I didn't run into that one.
Okay.
But there were other ones that I ran into. Like when you're building the armory, where you have to place it like exactly on the wall.
Yes.
Like you have to put it up on there, or it doesn't count.
Oh, the second
Yeah,
block
it has to be
instead
on
of
the
the first
second
yeah.
block. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Or it
Does-
doesn't count it.
Do we want to start describing how this game plays, Craig?
Well, we're in gameplay, so we might as well. Well,
thought you said-
basically, it plays like
I thought-
yeah, I don't know. Fuck. It basically plays like Minecraft. You're in a 3D world. You look at yourself from a third-person view. You move around, and you
If
can,
the camera cooperates.
yeah, if the camera cooperates, you can go around breaking certain objects to obtain materials like wood and
I need
like
more
the
wood.
blocks of earth and sand or whatever is around.
Oh, yeah. I love how you could build with dirt.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes a lot of
That's
sense.
basically what you build with most of the time.
Yeah, I mean
And
dirt,
then you upgrade it.
earth, and clay, and then stone. You know, all that stuff.
He's very good with his hands,
yeah.
ladies.
yeah, he is. Until you build certain things that allow you to make tools, like the furnace allows you to make certain hammers or refined steels to make metal weapons and hammers to break harder and harder items
That
to
was cool, I
obtain.
thought.
To obtain better materials.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
upgrading in the game. I thought that was awesome. Like you could build stronger and stronger weapons as you went along.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of the game.
So it basically is a sandbox game. I know we're liking it to Minecraft, but it is an open world sandbox game
Yeah.
Yeah.
with a little bit of role playing in it.
A little bit, but there's not the leveling system that is commonly in RPGs.
It's there, but it's different.
It's more like it's more like
Leveling
for the
system.
it's
For
the-
the stuff that you're building, your
the
base.
town. Yeah, the town gets better like as you build more buildings and add more material, more
Yes.
items to it.
Construction is the key focus to the game,
Yeah.
but it isn't the entire game,
No.
which is where it differentiates from Minecraft.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the aim is to rebuild the central town in each chapter with both the quality and quantity of the buildings and decorations contributing to the overall base level.
Yep.
Base level leading to level 5.
I think you only ever needed like level 4 at the max, but I always
That
went
was
up to
the
level
end.
5. Yeah.
Yes.
You could
I
only
didn't-
go to level 4 in the last one too.
I didn't really notice there was much of a use for a higher level. I mean, honestly, the
No.
only thing that it did, I think, was give you more materials learned or like more recipes learned for stuff.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. I feel like that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I know. I felt like maybe it could have been used to
I-
like upgrade the equipment of like your people to help defend the town or like help build walls or something to
Yeah.
help fight against the.
It was
The
more.
I will
enemies.
build a great, great wall.
Dude, I built a wall every
Oh,
time.
dude, 10
every
10
time.
blocks high. And it ended up
10?
screwing me in chapter 2, but I'll explain that when we
10
get to
blocks
chapter 2.
high.
Yes, 10
That-
blocks high.
Feels unnecessary.
It was necessary.
So you guys actually built it stronger, like taller and stuff.
Oh,
It
yes.
had lots of decorations. and
On
stuff?
chapter 1 and 2, and then by 3 I was
For my walls, I mostly just made them out of like harder substances and
Yeah.
then put like the traps, like the spikes and stuff around them.
so
That's
ineffective.
pretty much all I did.
Did you guys ever resort to just building a bunch of pots and like putting them all over the base?
Yes, because it easily is one of the quickest ways to build a base level.
I resorted to that quite
Pots and
often.
pots and pots and more pots.
I can't remember what
I-
I did. I know that the treasure room, I spammed
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like the more treasure boxes you put into like the one room,
Mm-hmm.
like it adds, and you can like stack them on top of each other
Yeah.
for like a shitload of points.
Yeah, I just utilized the pots mostly and upgraded the structures to stronger materials.
Yeah, same.
You guys mentioned that some of the towners, the towners, Jesus
Towners.
Christ, that some of the people there wouldn't help. But I did notice that the higher the level god, the more they would actually utilize stuff in town, like the furnace. Because
Yeah,
it wasn't prominent enough until I got to chapter 4. And then when I got to chapter 4 and I left them be, I just was playing the game. And near the end, on the last area, I go to look in the chest in that area, and it's 99 healing creams for me.
Yeah.
I did notice that there was like the more people that you got, like
Did
the
more
further
stuff
you
too.
got in there. Yeah, like the more people started doing stuff.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
utilized that in chapter 2 quite a bit because they build the herbs for you. So I had like 50 herbs.
Yeah, those are useful.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
awesome. Made the chapter way easier.
The
That's
enha-
a feature I like. I like that they actually contributed to your stations and added stuff into the chests that you could use.
a bit,
Uh,
very little, but
Well,
Yeah, and let's not forget
I didn't
the
think it was
fucking
little.
hunger system that this game has.
oh yes,
Because that
Yeah.
is literally the shittiest thing on the planet. I
yeah,
hated it.
I hated it too.
I hated it so much.
I
It felt
dislike.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
It felt like, hey, you know how we can add to the grind of this game already by adding a hunger system that like makes it so you can only go and do stuff for a limited amount of time,
Yeah.
unless you're carrying a fuckload of food, which takes up an item slot in your little belt thing.
Mhm.
which is more than enough. What is there, 10, 12 spots in it?
It's not enough slots.
Well, I would just build a
Um,
huge chest like as soon as I
Yes,
could. and
you
then
build
Yeah, I
the
did that
colossal
too.
coffin, and everything goes to the colossal coffin.
Yeah, but still,
I-
that's limited in itself. It only has 2. Like, I
How
don't
much
know the
materials
exact-
did y'all need?
I need an infinite amount.
Infinite.
So much.
I'm not sure how many slots that has.
Dude, I'm trying to picture it in my head right now, and it's probably
think it's
15,
50?
and then by 6, and then there's 2
15 by
pages
6.
to it. I mean,
And then
there's
well,
a
and
lot
then there's
of
the,
items in
So
this
it has
game.
90?
the equipment one.
90 per thing? That doesn't sound right.
I could be severely off. I'm just trying to picture it. But there's a lot of items in this game, but not nearly are as necessary. Don't mine clay for no reason, and you won't have any troubles.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard because another part of this game is that it like forces you to pick up items, and when you're using stuff like that really destroy items, like the bombs that you get in one of the levels,
Yeah, you pick them up.
or using
can't
the
help it.
that spin attack liberally will destroy everything, or
Yeah.
even the cannons that you get in
You
the
mean
third
the
level.
Link strike attack?
Yeah, the Link
Oh,
attack.
we didn't even go into that. The sound effect sounds like exactly from Zelda.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
does.
is the exact animation as Link's, but
Not
who
just
cares?
the animation, like the sound
Yeah,
itself.
he
sounded
goes "Hwah," or
pretty
whatever.
similar.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
pretty dang close. But yeah, like when you're blowing up a large amount of area, like it's almost impossible to go past it without picking some stuff up.
Yeah.
And then it's a bigger pain in the ass to go and drop that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I hated how when you'd go and drop that it would just like take you out of the menu.
Yeah.
It was annoying. Like you could just stay in the menu and drop multiple things.
Yeah, I also didn't like how it gives you the option to look around your surroundings with like a bird's eye view,
Yeah.
but like you can't
The depth
look
on the
at
map.
everything.
Yeah, that's
Like it
true.
only lets you look at a like a certain little bit away from yourself, and then it like pulls you back.
Yeah,
You
there's
can't
like,
look at the whole thing, and you can't like mark an area like on that. You have to like get these orbs that allow you to mark certain spots that you have to like put on like with that spot, so you go back to it.
I actually
So it
wa-
doesn't let you just like discover or like try to discover a spot by like
Yeah.
marking it.
Mhm.
You have to be there first in order to mark where it is.
Yeah, I also lost some NPCs and like coal, like because they come with you through the red
Yes.
portal, and if they
It
die,
happened to me
they're, like,
once.
stuck there, or if they like fall off a cliff, they're stuck. So if you
Yes.
go back, they're stuck there. They
Yeah,
don't come
you
with
have,
you.
You have to go back for them.
Yeah.
That was
So-
kind of annoying.
Chapter 3 did that exactly
Yeah.
for me with
So
all the
I lost the
bros
guys.
following me.
And I was like, oh no, I think I found a game-breaking glitch. Turns out you use
No,
the
they're
bird's
just-
eye view to find the characters.
Yeah, you use the bird's eye thing to find them, and then like you go over to them, and then I just had to use the chimera wing in order to bring everybody back.
Yeah,
But you have to like be really close to them in order for it to like work.
yeah. they had to be
Otherwise, you
right
still
next
leave
to
them
you.
behind.
Yeah, I thought that was annoying.
Yeah.
I know you're using an item specifically to bring the party back to town, but like it doesn't let you. It's like, nah, they
That
have to be
was-
right next to you.
That was one of the most valuable items in the game too.
Was the chimera wings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was always stocking up on those.
I did like that, even though there isn't gold in this game, or well, there is, but like there's not a purchasing system in this game. That it still keeps the when you die, you lose half your shit.
Half your shit.
It was
Yeah.
really annoying, but I mean, I thought that it was cool that it like kept the Dragon Quest staple that you lose
Yeah.
half of your stuff.
But then it goes against that and lets you reclaim the stuff that you lost. So
Yeah, it does let you go pick it back up, which is kind of nice too, because it like they realize that the grind is shit. So it's like, oh well, you can just go back there and get all your stuff back.
Yeah, just half the stuff that was in the bag, not the chests.
Yeah,
Thank God.
just
Yeah,
whatever you're
thankfully.
carrying on your person.
yeah.
So, inhabitants of a town will give the player quests in order to better their surroundings. And the completion of these quests furthers both the storyline and the player's ability to build new games. With fucking blueprints.
Oh, jeez, the blueprints are really annoying because
Yes.
it like when you start a new town, it basically forces you to keep the way that the town is, and you have to rebuild what's kind of already there.
Yeah.
So in that way, the game kind of tries to stifle creativity in a way,
Which is unfortunate.
which is really bad considering that's what the game is trying to enforce.
Yeah, like me building 2 bigger rooms.
Yeah, so it's like, well, you can create whatever the hell you want. It's your imagination, but you have to follow these blueprints exactly. Otherwise, you're
Blueprints.
screwed.
Yeah. I tried to recreate the Trump Tower and it wouldn't let me. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
Yeah,
Those are
and-
big rooms.
and you're supposed to create it in like in the town that's as it's shaped already.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
pretty
yes,
limited.
the light.
So like, yeah, so like there's there's like a boundary of light where it shows you how big or wide the town will be, and then
Yeah.
the town will already kind of have like broken down buildings that you're supposed to kind
Yeah.
of repair.
Yeah.
So you can't really. It doesn't really want you to destroy those and kind of make your own town out of like whatever.
Yeah.
It just wants you to fix the town that's already there, which
Yeah.
is kind of like. So basically, your creativity is meant to come from adding stuff to those buildings instead of like creating the buildings.
I think it's fine in the first chapter, but
That's the
it continues through the next 3 chapters, so it's kind of annoying because you already know what you're doing, and it's like a tutorial every time. It feels
Yeah.
like.
yeah.
It's really bad, especially in the 4th one, because the 4th
What?
chapter is really short.
It is really short, but that's the plus that I like. It literally hands it to you.
It
Yeah.
does, and
That's what I actually like because I really had no room for error in messing that up.
yeah, I did like that
So it
one.
was less
but
annoying.
It was like, it's still like, hey, the castle is broken down. You have to fix it in this exact way.
Yeah, it
Yes.
does stifle the creativity by
Yeah.
doing that.
Chapter 1, I ignored the light around my thing, so for the longest time, the base level would not go up. And I'm like, dude, I'm building like 50 houses here. What is going on? And then Craig had to message me, are you doing them inside the light? And I'm like, no. Am I supposed to?
Yes,
Because the game didn't tell you.
No, it doesn't. It just kind of like hints at it by there being the light.
No.
Yeah, I
No.
noticed that it doesn't tell you like directly what the rules
There's
of
like
the game are.
it doesn't really tell you. Like there's you can go into like a tutorial type thing, but I don't know if it covers that.
I
Yeah,
know,
I
we
never
should have
looked at
played the
that.
tutorial, shouldn't
Yeah,
we?
I guess,
have?
maybe, maybe.
It was optional though, so
I didn't
Yeah.
have any trouble. I mean, I built my shit inside the towns, so I don't know.
yeah.
I
did
did
for the most
notice that
part.
after you built to a certain height, though, that it stopped counting your stuff.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's
For
at
the
2 levels.
Yeah,
2
I think,
levels
I
was
think
the
2
max.
levels. Yeah, I built like a tower that was like 5,
Yep.
and I was like, "What
Jeez.
the hell?"
Yeah, I know.
It was a really big tower
That's-
too.
That sounds like a lot of grinding for material.
Sound like somebody's overcompensating.
It was when I wasn't really playing for this show. It was when I was playing for fun.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the grind wasn't as rushed
Yeah.
and annoying.
We all had different experiences while playing the game.
Plus, it wasn't really a grind as much because I had they have these great items that allow you to turn like regular earth tiles
Mhm.
into whatever you have of that tile.
Yeah, that was
Padding.
a
So
useful
like
thing.
the cladding or whatever.
Cladding,
it's called,
cladding,
the wall
sorry.
cladding,
Yeah.
and then the floor cladding.
So much
So
quicker.
It turns like everything into like I turned it into brick personally for my stuff, which was
Yes.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I did that too.
You were
It's,
lucky, Craig.
Yeah, it's easy for grinding out the points for getting higher level stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were lucky because you got to do this in chunks.
yeah.
You did
the
not
f-
go 50 hours ham on
The
this thing.
first 2
So-
parts, yes.
Yes.
So
So I think you probably had a more positive experience than me and Dylan just going full hog
Yeah.
for like 50 hours straight.
maybe, but I
It's
do understand
rough.
the grind because the 3rd area was literally the worst.
And that was probably my favorite level.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was interesting, but like the grind in that one was way worse than the 2 before it.
I don't know. I feel like level 2 is really grindy.
Because when in level 2, when you got the bombs, it was way easier. But in level 3, the cannons only made some things easier.
Well, you get the cannon and then you get the vehicle pretty soon after. So.
Oh yeah, the vehicle is interesting, but it didn't exactly help anything.
Well, I thought it helped a ton. That was
Really?
like the most OP weapon in the game.
I didn't use it for fighting anything except for
did.
the boss.
You're invincible when you're in it.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
I don't know. It's amazing.
I should have used that more.
Yeah. They give
Although
it to you
I
in the last battle too.
Yeah, I know they
They
do.
throw that to you.
Yeah, I only used that right before that boss fight.
Oh, okay.
Like that's the only time. I mean, I
Ah, that's
dicked
too
around with
bad.
it like as
The
soon as I got it,
Bashmobile.
but then it was
Yeah.
like immediately after was the boss
Oh
fight.
man, you missed out.
I did.
That's probably why you didn't like the chapter as much, because you didn't utilize the most amazing weapon.
Well, there's another vehicle you could get. It was like the mine cart, but I didn't use the mine cart.
I didn't mess around with that. It was there, and I could see like the tracks and stuff, but I never
saw the
played around
puzzles, but I never went and did them for the.
Yeah.
Nope. I noticed all that was in the challenge mode, and so I said nope.
You didn't do the challenges.
No, I didn't.
I did a couple of the challenges, but I never beat any of them. One of the challenges was beat before a certain amount of days, and I never did that one.
Every single one of them has that.
Yeah, I know they do.
it. Yeah, and they're also necessary for the platinum.
Yeah,
We're gonna go
which
diving
you know
into
we
trophies.
care about. So
the plat.
that platinum is kind of ridiculous.
It is. It is.
With the
I have changed
challenges.
every trophy except for the challenges.
Yeah.
So
You had every trophy except for the challenges.
I believe so. Yeah.
You should have just
Yeah.
like gone for it.
I checked.
I did. I had to hand
And-
Dylan back to PS4, man.
Yeah, me and Caleb had.
And
the
then
same
we'd be
amount.
getting a review
Oh,
in
you and I
March.
have the same amount.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jake
okay.
has one more trophy than we do.
Oh wow,
It was a combat trophy.
Trophy hug.
Yeah.
a combat trophy for what?
Oh.
Because I got
was
one for
like-
beating like a shitload of
it was like
monsters.
Kill
Defeat-
7 guys or
is-
something with an explosion.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that
Yeah,
one.
we
You know
missed
what
that
you do, gentlemen? Here's a quick trophy tip guide for you guys who will play it along with us. Dig a hole and keep slimes in it. Lure like 6 slimes into this
Oh,
hole and then use a bomb.
That's
Oh.
smart.
Nice.
I know I don't like slime abuse, but
Did you find that out
it
on
had
your
to be
own?
done. Yeah, I figured that out. I'm like,
Wow.
come on, let's just trap them
Yeah,
here.
I
I used to
lured,
trap things all the time in Minecraft. So
yeah, I lured a
okay.
bunch of knights into a hole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they were assholes to
Was
deal
it during
with.
a defense of your base?
That did happen once, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, I actually killed myself with the bombs
They-
a couple times doing that.
I let a golem fall in one of my holes and a troll, and they just wrecked the shit out of my town.
oh, the troll just doesn't care. He'll just
Oh yeah, it fucked everything.
Did they pay the troll toll?
They,
you
I
gotta pay
paid
the troll toll
toll.
to get in this boy's hole.
Yeah.
It's clearly soul.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about the bosses real quick.
Hold
So,
on.
what?
What about that day and night cycle?
Yeah, I wanted to talk
Every
about that.
5
Okay.
minutes?
I think it was 12.
Okay, it was 12, but it didn't feel like that.
Yeah, it was awful. I hated that part of the game. Just about as much as I hated like the food and hunger system of the game.
I didn't mind the day and night cycle, although it did bug me how dark it would get.
Yeah, it was hard to see.
Except
Although
for the-
you can use the fire stuff. You can get like the torches or whatever to like drop them for light. But like the light doesn't keep monsters away like at all, like it should.
That's the problem I had was with the
So
the
what you're saying,
ghosts.
it's not
The
Minecraft?
ghosts.
the things that were flying around. I hated those things.
Oh,
Like, I
yes, that's
died
the only thing you
so
see.
many
Craig is
times.
complaining about the light not being light enough. That's
Yeah.
a lie because all I could see is fireballs coming at me everywhere I'm going. That I can see. It is not too dark.
And they'll follow you everywhere.
I did think that it was kind of weird that every single enemy just tosses fireballs at you.
At
Like
night,
the
yeah.
ghosts, the chimeras. I'm surprised Drakis weren't spitting fireballs.
They did.
They
So-
did.
What?
Yeah,
Which
did.
Drakis were spitting fireballs?
I think the
yellow?
golden ones.
Gold, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
gold, yellow. My bad.
I didn't notice those guys.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they were douches.
Yep.
They were douches. Okay, now let's talk about the boss. So the first boss is the giant golem.
Yes.
And you defeat him by, you get these certain walls that you build, the special walls that were defending Caitlin or whatever the town
Cantlin
name
is the
Cantlin.
first chapter,
Yeah.
the first area you go to. We
Yeah,
didn't
so you get
mention
these
that.
special walls that you use to defend the town with, and so the golem gets, basically the town just disappears, and then the golem turns into a ball and starts rolling at you, and you're supposed to drop the wall, and so
It's
it
the
hits-
Cantlin shield.
Yeah, so it hits the shield, and then it like gets dizzy, and then you have to hit it with your sword.
Well, you have to hit it with the bomb first. So
Oh
it
yeah, you
falls.
hit it with the bomb.
Yeah.
and
You get
then,
taught how to make bombs and
and then it rolls into, and then you have to keep doing that until it dies. So it's very Legend of Zelda-esque.
Yeah, you come
Yeah.
up with a unique way to have to take out the boss.
Yeah,
I like that aspect, but I didn't like that boss fight.
Oh, you didn't like that boss fight?
No,
I thought it
I'd
was pretty
always-
sweet.
I'd always run
I-
into the guy, or like when you're trying to place the bombs, you'd be too close to him.
Yeah, there's
So
a
it's kind of
little.
hard to judge it.
Yeah,
And the time frame is really short too, so
yeah, he
Mhm.
does get up pretty
he
quickly.
does.
I thought that was pretty sweet because I didn't expect that from this game, like at
Yeah.
all, and then it turned out to be a pretty interesting boss fight.
Yeah.
And
It
then
was fine.
like
I just didn't
the-
like it.
3 out of 4 of them are really great.
Yeah, and then there's the Hell Condor, which
But
you
what-
take out with special
The cannons.
crossbows.
It's
Oh,
you
was it
build
the
a
crossbows?
ballista. Okay.
Okay.
yeah, the ballistas.
First, I'll mention that once you're ready to do the final battle, we didn't even hold on. We forgot specifically how some of this works because some of the characters will give you side quests, which are main quests. Let's be legit here.
Yeah,
It
they're
seems
not
like
optional.
they're
there's,
side quests,
there's
but they're
really
main.
no such thing as side
They're
quests.
not
in this
optional,
game.
so
Right.
main quests.
So as you're doing this, eventually, you do all this for the characters, and then they give you items, and you go into somewhere and you build portals.
Sometimes they're useless items too.
But they're used to build the portals. Oh yeah, you're referring to some of the extra
Yeah,
ones they give you.
After you complete
But-
the quests.
What is the order again? Green, red, and then blue.
Blue, red, and green.
Blue, red,
Yeah.
and green. Each of these, you cannot go and build your way to anywhere you want in the map.
Oh yeah, you have to specifically have the portals in order to reach the certain islands.
What does it say when you try and build? Do you guys remember?
It's
you're
a blue
blocked by,
aura.
magical force or something.
Yeah, it's blue,
Midget.
and it just
magical.
it
midgets.
just comes out of the water. No.
Yeah, it's a magical force.
So I tried. I definitely tried at the beginning. I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do here first? And then I see something off yonder on the other part of the map, and my first instinct is, all right, I'm building my way across
Yeah,
this motherfucker, and it wouldn't
I did
let
see
me.
another island, and I was trying to build it too. And I was like, nope.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
disappointed by that.
So you end up building all of those, and inside of each of those, you end up on the other end of the portal. And Craig mentioned this. In the first area, when you have those portals to the other side, you get a chest.
Yeah.
And
right
that
at the
chest
beginning.
has the Omni globes for the area. And then you could place that Omni globe wherever to use it as a marker because the map system is shit.
Yep.
I would always just place it right by the portal.
Exactly. So I know where the hell to go home. Yeah.
If I didn't have those chimera wings.
I just always knew where the portal was, so I didn't need to use it that way.
Yeah. And so as you're progressing on those things, you end up building up the town's level further and further. And then near the ending sequences, after you've gained what portals and items you need to from each area, then the main person, it's usually the first person you come across, wants you to start defending because the monsters are going to come in and attack your town.
Yeah.
And they fuck your shit up.
Yes.
They
do.
just like plowing through you.
Did we even talk about like the flag that you have to place in the fortress?
I believe that's the end, right? After you've done all
No.
3, it's
Like when you're
Flag.
first establishing the place. You have to
oh
place a
shoot, yeah,
flag.
yeah. You have to do a flag to make center
Yeah.
of your hometown.
And that's how you
Yeah.
save too.
yeah.
Also, you're limited on your saves. I didn't really like that.
No.
Well, you'd get like 5 slots that you could
Oh,
yeah.
for
keep. You can keep
okay.
replacing them.
I thought you
but-
meant like the limited number of times you could save, and I was
No,
like,
no,
what?
that's unlimited. Just the spaces to hold the save data. It's only 5.
It's like this
Really?
game would be
Okay.
bullshit if you could only save like a
Yeah.
limited number of times.
Yeah, with as grindy as it is.
Oh, it's a
That'd be a-
nightmare.
that would be a living nightmare.
Just leave it on like the old days.
yeah.
Oh.
So you end up doing these battles and defending until a final boss shows up, like the golem.
Right.
But one of the things that took me surprise is the second that you trigger that battle, everything goes kaput except for your center town. The center town just basically lifts up and there's fucking darkness everywhere around you. And
Yeah.
shit just looks chaotic and you go, what the fuck? Cool. That's awesome.
The boss fights do make things really cool looking.
Yes. So there's that. Okay. Second chapter is what was his name again? It's the Hell Condor, right?
Yeah, which you
Yeah.
take out with the ballistas.
Yeah, in chapter 2.
That one
Chapter
had a good
2
story.
was Rimudar.
Yeah.
And
Rimeldor.
yeah,
Yeah,
well, it was
that
by
one-
the chapter.
That one I feel like had the best storyline for the
yeah, with the zombies.
with the zombies, and then the nurse that you have to like help cure stuff. And
You mean the sick remnants,
sick remnants, that you
which
have to, like,
totally
take care
turn
of.
on you?
Well, 3 of
Oh,
them.
God.
3 of them do.
I built this thing very interesting in my town for chapter 2 because I built this sick bay, and everything's kind of like off to the side from it, and on
Yeah.
top of it is my garden that you're forced to build. So
I never built.
it
a
was
garden after
enclosed.
that.
Okay. No,
Didn't you
no,
need
hell
it?
no,
You
no.
needed it for the
Well,
seeds at
3
the
and
end.
4 can't let you build gardens. So yeah, that makes sense. Chapter 3 and 4 doesn't let you build a garden, so
You can
That
get a
makes sense.
shovel and you can build the fences.
They don't give you a rake though.
You can build a garden if you want to.
oh boy,
Is basically what I'm saying.
tediousness.
Yeah.
Okay. But so I built it right on top. I created a roof, and the second layer of this thing was the garden. And the sick bay was closed off. So the second they turn on me, I'm in there with 3 of them, and once you zoom in on the camera,
You can see.
you can't see nothing. It is this camera can be a pain at times.
Yeah.
So I'm in this enclosure, basically stuck, just getting gangbanged by these zombies.
Did you click the right right stick down?
Yes.
Okay, because
And it
zooms
zooms
back
out.
on you. No,
It,
it,
but
like,
once
it
you're
closes
in
on
enclosed,
you, so you can see inside. And
right? But I'm still enclosed inside of. I get what you're saying, but
Right.
I'm still enclosed in a room which has the beds, which has pots, which has the stools, which has the beds, which has signs.
So you
And
broke.
even if I'm in that inner part with the camera, I'm looking at pots.
So you broke a lot of crap too in the process, I'm sure.
Oh yes, I'm just swinging my sword. Am I hitting them? Am I hitting them? Am I hitting them?
Dang. That sucks.
So that kind of turned him into a nightmare. I do agree that Chapter 2's plot line is the best because if we look at Chapter 3's and 4's, there's really nothing. So
I saw it
well,
coming,
four
though.
is
4 is the most
interesting.
canon to it, but
Yeah.
it's so short that it makes no impact.
Yeah, there was stuff in 4. and We'll get to it in a sec.
Yeah. So I built that tower, like I said, the garden and everything, up to about 10 blocks. Herein lies the problem. You build a ballista to shoot arrows at the Hell Condor.
Right.
So you had to climb up.
No. Well, I had to climb up. That wasn't a problem. I was too fucking high.
So you were shooting over the boss.
I was shooting over the boss. So I had to
Wow.
restructure my shit to lower it low enough and build the ballistas at a lower level and find a way to reach the ballistas to shoot them.
You should have just
I
built it as
overcompensated.
high as it told you to, like I did.
Yeah.
And 6 blocks by 6 blocks high. It didn't specify
exactly.
any of
you
that.
can't be creative.
Yes, it did.
Jake.
Yeah, it totally did.
No, it did not.
Dude, it totally does. It gives you a blueprint for those towers, and then you put the fucking ballistas on the towers.
I just put them on my base because I knew I
Yes.
could get to them fast.
I just put them on the lookout towers.
So I just built them like right next to each other.
I didn't build lookout towers. What lookout towers are you referring to?
the ones that they tell you to build.
I thought that was the first chapter.
Was that
Yes,
the first chapter?
That is the first chapter.
Oh well, that's what I was fucking.
And I put
using.
it was a weird looking one. Oh, in that front gate, I'm going to backtrack to chapter 1. Having to get those statues the right way in the right direction.
That was annoying.
Oh
that-
yeah, okay. So the fact that the game does not have a ability to just turn items is vastly annoying.
Yes, you have to turn your character.
And it
Yeah.
has to be exact.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you
Jesus
have to
Christ.
physically
We have-
maneuver your guy so that it like makes it so the item can be placed correctly.
And sometimes he doesn't fit, so you have to break what you just built.
Yeah.
So
it's
we
just
got
fucking
2 analog
bullshit.
sticks, a D-pad, start, select.
This-
sorry,
th-
different
this game was-
options. The main touchpad because PS4. Sorry, I still haven't adjusted to a PS4 controller yet. Triangle, square, circle, X, 2 L1, L2, R1, R2 buttons, and you could click in L3 and R3, and you cannot do a fucking rotate button. No, fuck no.
Well, this game was
Yeah.
made for the PS Vita, so there is
You could build two
some
different versions
leeway
of that
in
game.
the fact that it's just a port, but I do wish that they had put more effort into the PS4 version.
Yeah.
Especially since there's not like a cross buy where like you buy it for PS4, you also get it for Vita or
There's not?
vice versa. No, there's not.
It does.
And there's
feel
Damn
like
you,
a
And
mobile
there's
Enix.
game.
also no like cross save as far as I know, where like you can save and then play it on your Vita if you have both of the copies.
Yeah, not that I heard of.
So I mean, it feels like they could have put some more effort into the PS4 one just
Yeah.
because it's like that, and it does feel like it's the Vita port.
It feels like it should be a mobile experience,
Yeah,
but none of us played it on that.
A 50-hour mobile experience? I'm sick of these mobile games being longer than some mainline games.
I mean, it is a
Like, it's
Japanese game. The
ridiculous.
Japanese people have a fetish for the mobile games. That's why all the Dragon Quests have moved to the mobiles for DS, because DS is like the biggest handheld system of all time.
But
And so, I mean, it's like a lot of the train commuting that they do that's the reason why those are so big.
Yeah, I feel like
Right.
they rely more on public
Um,
transportation.
They do, and that's why mobile gaming is bigger over there than here, and that's why
Okay.
more games have more oomph.
if
for
there's a quick time to save, obviously like a quick save or something like that on the fly, because I can imagine people missing the train if they don't have that kind of an option.
Yeah.
So if you're playing something like Builders and you're stuck in a cave, you can't quickly Chimera Wing out, go and save at the flag.
You can't just
Well,
save
the Vita
everywhere,
does
too.
have a sleep function,
Okay.
which
I've never played a Vita,
suspends
so-
the ga- It's
okay.
like the rest mode on PS4 where it like suspends the game and then saves
Gotcha.
the battery.
And does Switch have something like that?
I don't know.
Okay. So if those types of things are in there, I'm all for it. I'd have no problem. But if you're quickly trying to, oh no, that the next train
The
stop.
3DS also has that
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
sleep mode, so
I would assume that the Switch does then.
Okay. I could see the convenience of some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think it feels more like a mobile game, though.
Oh, definitely. I could see it being just Vita only. So
I think the Hell Condor fight was kind of meh to me compared to the Golem, just because like all you were doing was like running to each ballista until you hit it, and
I
then
didn't even run.
running to the next one.
I just
Oh,
Yeah,
waited for it
it's-
to circle around,
yeah,
and then I would shoot it.
I guess that's one way to go.
Except
yeah.
he would throw like the tornadoes at you. That was annoying.
Yeah, that's
And
why I
then-
had like a
Ooh,
shitload
yes.
of ballistas, and that's why I was like running to each one.
And then the enemies would sneak in from behind too.
yeah,
So I'd have to actually move around. I couldn't just sit
Yeah.
there.
that's why I was running between each ballista to take him out.
Yeah.
So I would give this game credit for its difficulty, but a good way that I cannot cheapen it. I built like 15 ballistas. I'm like, oh, let me shoot like 3 and get them. No, you
I
can't
think-
do it.
I think that's part of the greatness of this game is that you can just like fuck everything with the infinite amount of stuff you can just do. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
built a
can-
wall of magic cannons in the 3rd chapter, and
Yes.
there was nothing that could stop me.
it was
Yes.
There
unnecessary.
was it was fucking unnecessary because like every single person in my town was like triggering these cannons.
you just needed the
Because
card.
like I built them on the thing where you can like activate them with the buttons. So like everybody was just like jumping on the fucking
Oh,
buttons,
that's
like
funny.
activating
Yes.
it for me.
That
and I
was
just like,
fun.
"Grah, take it!" And there was just like walls of fucking magic
Wow.
cannonballs, just like hitting the enemies.
I didn't think
Ah,
of that. That sounds
dude.
fun.
It was fucking fantastic. I think that there's some stuff like that that make the game really worth it and really fun. Like the things that you can do is like adding the buttons to like activate like weapons or like
Yeah.
even lights.
What about
It was
grinding
pretty
for
sweet.
those
Just-
materials? Was that a fun aspect?
Grinding for those materials is not as fun,
No.
especially when they're rarer materials like fucking ruby and gold and bullshit that you can't fucking find.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love how in one chapter it's predominant, and the next chapter you can't find any of it because it's different locations each time.
Oh, what was that blue one in the 4th chapter?
I think it was
started with Z.
Oh, Zircon.
Yeah,
I think
something
it
like
was.
that.
Yeah.
There was only like 10 in the whole chapter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
and
was,
you needed to save like 6 for the.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to find that stuff
Yeah.
because it was in random spots just in the cave.
But I could go back through now and know where those things are and probably wipe the floor with it. So that like
what if it changes every time you play?
that would be a nightmare.
In a way, I think it would be better because then it adds to replayability for the game.
Oh,
Like a randomization.
But of course, I don't know why you'd want to when you have like after you beat the game, like if you have the Terra Incognita or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
where you can just like free play with all the recipes that you've unlocked.
Yeah. I kind of wish there was like a shop aspect where you could just go buy the materials that you needed.
I do think that would be sweet, considering like if it had a bartering system,
Yeah.
it'll trade you like 99 blocks of Earth for like this thing.
They
or
kind of
whatever.
teased the shop too with the dream sequence in the second one.
Oh,
I think
They
it
kinda
was.
did,
there's
yeah.
a small dream sequence.
Well, there's gonna
in
be a
between each
Builders
chapter.
2. We'll have to see if they improve on
I
any of our
Don't
complaints
remember
here.
how that tied into the game though.
The shop.
Yeah,
It's
the dreams.
premonition
Oh,
to
the
how the
dreams.
towns
the
are going to be
dreams he
built.
was, the dreams he was having were like, he was remembering the heroes' memories.
Oh, okay.
yeah, and how the towns. I took it as
Because it was
the
supposed to
towns
kind
being
of like
built.
trick you into thinking that she had revived the hero.
Yeah, but she said at the beginning that he's not the hero, and I had that in mind still.
Yeah, I was like, maybe she's lying to him.
Yeah, Enix pulls fast ones like that. It'll turn into a contrived plot.
Yeah. All right. So let's
So
talk
I
about
understand the
chapter 3 a little bit now.
yes.
So the next one is actually 2 towns of Cole and what was the other one?
Galen home.
Galenholm. That's right.
It's
twin
deserts.
the twin cities of desert and snow.
Yeah, fire and ice basically.
Yeah, basically.
'cause-
Yeah. And so this one was kind of a long one for me. Just because like the desert area was kind of a pain in the ass because there's like a bunch of stuff you had to get to before you released the chick Barbella.
Yeah, that's true.
That was really grindy. I did like getting the cannons in that one though. That was awesome
Yeah,
because
those
there
were
was
good
one
weapons.
part where you can unlock. I mean, there's a troll dude that's like behind like a cage of like really hard blocks that you can't break on your own unless you have
Oh,
like
yeah.
the highest stuff later on.
when you're gonna
Just like
But
steel.
I used the cannon to just like destroy a bit of
Yes.
it and then just destroy the troll because he couldn't get
Yeah.
past the cannon or
Yeah, I
he
did
couldn't
that
get
a lot.
past the wall. So I'd go in there and then I then I got the stuff from it, which was like added 5% attack or whatever to my dude.
that's
or,
an awesome item.
yeah, like the attack bonus items and all that stuff. I really enjoy a lot of that those abilities.
Yeah.
Considering all of your upgrades come from having to build new weapons and armor, and then occasionally building food items that have certain effects, which I did like that it had that, but I
Mhm.
didn't really like that it was meant for like the hunger shit instead of like for food for like health.
Yeah, I never actually utilized the combat beneficial food.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I
I know there was
it
one
gave you
that-
some pretty intense attack bonuses.
yes.
I know there was one for defense, but that was the only one I came across.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember which one. Oh, it was I think there was the one muscle guy wants you to build like a spicy bunny corn steak.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
That one
that
gives
is
you a
what
pretty
gives you
big
the
attack
boost.
boost.
Oh, I didn't know it gave you an attack boost.
Yeah, it restores your hunger by like 50% and
Yeah,
gives
that's
you,
why I would build it, but
y-
I didn't know it gave you the
Yeah, it was
attack boost, too.
50% and an attack boost.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I loved all those attack boosts. And so after you build up like everything for both of those, combine them, and then there's the whole storyline with Barbella and her dead lover, which was really weird.
I didn't get it too
Yeah, I
much.
didn't like it very
I was
much.
just waiting for the bros who are waiting for Barbella to come back and just
The bros were
completely
funny.
gangbanger, man.
I do
They
like
totally
the bros,
have
like
it.
the very heavy British accent bros.
I
Yes.
think they
That
were.
I
gay.
go
want
not-
you to build them a bathhouse, which is the weirdest
Whoa!
request.
Yes.
I think they were gay. It kind of implied.
No,
that
it's just
was
No,
bro
I'm
love.
pretty
They're
sure-
all
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
do
pretty sure
Barbella.
they all love Barbella.
I don't know.
They were really
the first
into
dude.
Barbella.
The first dude was like, he thought the hero character was into him.
Yeah, he did think that. So he might be bi, but like
Yeah, maybe.
he was really into Barbella. Like
Right.
they all were.
I believe there was a pun. There's quite a few puns here, but since it was so long ago, I don't remember most of them. But I remember, I swear it was one of the bros at the beginning that says, "Do you want to take a look at my tool?" Wait, we've only just met though. And he's literally handing the guy the tool, like a shovel, I think.
There
That's
are
pretty
some
funny.
jokes in the game.
There's some
that are
adult
some
humor.
weird- yeah.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I thought it was.
Nobody said
I thought it
tickle
was
die
good.
fancy though, which
They did. In
They
the
did?
dream.
Flashback.
In the dream.
oh, did the shopkeeper dude say? Oh my
Yes,
god,
he totally did.
I was like, okay, that's great. I love
Yeah.
it. I love that they said that because that's the funniest thing that I ran into in that first game. All right, so and then you get the boss fight that is the twin hands of I can't remember what their names were.
It was Magmalice and Finfiend.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, so you get like the
Fire
lava
and
hand
ice.
and the ice hand that you have to destroy using the Bashmobile.
Yes.
Which is a fucking tricycle motorbike with fucking spikes on it.
It's awesome.
Which
Yeah,
takes a second to get used to the controls because
It
you're
does.
going light speed and you're just flying off because it's at a higher platform on thin amount of blocks and you're going around in a
This-
damn circle.
this was honestly a fucking awesome boss fight.
Dude, it's the
Yeah.
best one.
It was the best boss fight in the game. You basically you have a Mario Kart track here where you got to stay
That's
along
worse
the-
than Rainbow Road.
Yeah, it
It
is. If you've ever played, they still have the tournament modes, right? Where it's like the big circle and you have to like hit each other with stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
almost
basically
everyone
like
has
the
that.
a tournament mode
is.
one where you can like fall through the map and you have to like stay around the edges or like go along the shortcuts, defeating the enemies and then slamming into the hands at max speed in order to do damage to them. And you have to do that a couple times in order to get rid of the hands until they fuse into one hand.
Yeah. One
Uh,
hand to rule them all.
Yeah. The hand of Sauron.
Oh, yes.
So that was another cool aspect that I really enjoyed that boss fight, although it was kind of a pain going light speed and then ramming into something and then trying to go light speed again and then falling off the fucking
Or if you
map.
happen to get hit by an enemy.
Oh
and
yeah,
then it
or if
takes
you
you out
get
of the
hit,
cart.
yeah, then you have to like get back on the cart. And I thought it was funny the way that the cart can go up hills.
Yes.
It's
I was worried it wasn't going to, and it just keeps going up and up. And I thought, oh, it's just going to bang and
Yeah,
not allow me
I
to go
wondered-
further.
I was the first time I got on that, I was wondering if he was gonna like ram into the wall and it was gonna break the wall.
Yeah.
But then he just like goes up,
I thought
like
it
he
would
was
be able to
climbing
jump.
stairs, and it was really strange.
I wouldn't want it to jump. That would break it. But I figured, okay, if this goes this way, it's going to ruin it. But it doesn't. It's fixed. It's not a problem. And considering how everything is never ground level, it's never the same, and you're constantly going up and down on blocks levels, that would have been the worst thing that could have happened in the game, is if they break it like that and it
Yeah.
doesn't allow it to go up blocks, but it doesn't. So
Did you
it's
guys
great.
ever press the button to go like super speed and then frantically try to control which direction you were gonna go?
Yes!
Yeah.
Because it takes
That's
a
what
second
it's-
before he launches.
Yep.
Because like I was like, oh shit, I accidentally pressed it and he was gonna go flying off.
Oh,
and I had to
yeah.
like go
It's-
bash into the wall, so I stayed on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
That was an easy boss fight, though.
It was an easy boss
But it
fight,
was
but it was
easily
like
the
really
funnest.
hard to control, and it was the funnest. Yeah,
The
it
cart
was-
does a ton of damage too. The car.
yeah,
How about
it
the
was-
difficulty? Craig was telling me this game was difficult.
It can be if you get fucking swarmed.
Yes, tell us about
There
that.
was a part I tweeted out an image of like there was like one of the wizard guys shooting a fireball at me, another wizard guy off in the distance, and I had two of the like purple knight errant dudes jumping at me at the same
Ah.
time.
Was
So
that
they
level
were-
3?
I can't remember. It was either in the second one or the third one.
Okay.
I think it was in the third one actually because I was going
Yeah.
after Barbella.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that area was really brutal.
that area, yeah, and you don't want to take out any of the dudes because you just want to run fucking past them.
They respawn too if you kill them,
yeah,
and you leave and you come back.
it's
they
weird.
respawn.
This game has like a sort of stealth system where like if you stay out of the path of them, then they don't come after you.
Yeah.
But if you're like close enough to them, then they'll like see you and then they'll come right at you.
And they'll pursue you too.
Yeah, and so like at this particular moment where I had like 4 guys on me at once, I just like did the fucking I just did the fucking Chimera wing and then just like teleported back to base before they could hit me, and I was like, dude, this is like broken.
I got pretty good at dodging them. I would like jump and then hit them and then jump away.
I did that too.
Yes,
it's
the best technique. You just do a little side jump and you break the game.
Yeah, you just the game is pretty easy to try and dodge shit, but sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes the enemies want you and then they get you.
I found it really hard to dodge fireballs and stuff like that.
Oh, they're homing.
Yeah, you can't dodge them.
Some,
Even if you jump to the side.
Some fireballs you can.
They
but
usually hit you still. It depends on how close they are, I think, though.
Yeah, it definitely does. One of the highest difficulty spikes, though, when I didn't understand what was going on, was the chapter 4 at the beginning when you're going into the castle, and it's like, hey, fight like 11 of these enemies, and I could not do any damage, and I was like, what the fucking shit? Like, how am I supposed to do this bit when I have a fucking stick?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to beat these skeletons that are not taking any goddamn damage. And then Jake was like, dude, just use holy water everywhere. And I was like, what are you fucking talking about? Holy water is not going to
dead.
The holy water isn't going to affect the enemies. And like, no, dude, on the fucking floating balls things. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, to get the
And
materials.
that's how I got the fucking iron. And I was like, oh, okay, this is much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys told
Chapter
me that ahead
4
of time,
is
so.
the easiest thing ever.
Yeah, like, I had no fucking idea. I was like, what the
I wouldn't
shit
say
is
that.
this?
There were some hard aspects of that.
Of
What did-
4?
Of
What
4,
did
yeah.
you run into that was...
The battles were kind of hard.
Okay.
from what
I
remember.
guess since I'd already got a lot
for
of
the chests that the monsters were defending could get rough.
Yeah,
But
when
that's
you first-
optional, though,
When you
right?
first get iron, too, it's not that strong.
Yeah.
There's still stuff that
Yeah,
can
there's-
kill
Right,
you.
but
that's
if you
better.
already know about the skulls, you can just completely wipe the map, putting holy water on everything, change every skull into a flower, and create 99 heal creams.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. That's what I did. I
didn't
guess you
get
can say in a way
99
that I
heal
nerfed
creams.
it, but yeah.
Yeah,
I went crazy with that since I knew what to do.
I
it
got a
out like
bunch of
that.
those throwing daggers that paralyze the undead. So I was like,
Oh, I didn't use those.
Little
I
ninja
collected
they
them
skills.
still,
they
though.
did like no damage. It was like 6 damage, but they like paralyzed the undead.
Yeah.
So it's like I chucked so many at like this one skeleton to see how many it would take to kill him. It was so
God.
many. It took like 25 or some shit to kill this one skeleton. I was like,
God.
I think there was a dragon in the second or the third one where I just used those daggers to kill it.
the green dragon.
Yeah, the
Oh,
green dragon.
the-
It
Was that one
guarding
in
something.
the first? No, the fourth one.
Third.
It
That was
in
in third?
It was in a cave.
I could have
think it was
sworn
the
that was
third.
in fourth.
I don't know. All I know is I went bomb.
No,
it just
was the
blew his
second,
shit.
because you were
Oh.
trying to fight the seed, the thing for the seeds.
The
Oh,
seeds
dude,
of
I honestly
salvation.
can't remember that green dragon was, but I do remember. I do
Yeah,
remember
that
what
was
you're talking
tough.
about.
You just bomb him.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another green dragon right before you get the altar to create the holy water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that. I just ran.
that's
past
the one that
one.
I thought you were talking about.
No. I ran
Yeah.
past that one.
You
So
ran past him. He wouldn't let me past him, dude. He did the spin tail thing, and he like knocked me back.
Yeah, I
50
just ran
feet.
to the left when he was breathing fire.
You bastard.
So chapter 4 is Tangiel, which you first go into and everything's dead, and then you come across the princess frozen in stone.
Yeah,
And then you
she's
have to use holy
somehow
water.
turned to stone
Yes.
because she apparently cast it on herself, which is weird.
She
And it
kept
is the
herself
same
safe.
princess from the first game.
Yes.
She doesn't really
But
help at all.
I
either.
don't. Yeah, she doesn't help, and I don't think that she wants the D as much in this one.
No, she doesn't. She is not as horny.
She's totally gone
It's
dyke mode.
it's disappointing.
It's because he's not the hero.
It's true.
So take this as a note, ladies. Women love take this as a note, ladies. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. Chicks dig muscles. Don't be a fucking builder.
Well, some of the builders had muscles.
Yeah.
Don't be an
Bold.
architect, okay? There you go.
Yeah, that's
Architect.
better.
Yeah.
But they have money, so that's that's
one of
something.
the interesting things that I thought about Chapter 4 was that you do run into the hero from the first game, and you fight him. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that it was weird that you don't kill him.
just runs
that
away.
was
He has like a tiny sliver of health left, and then he just runs away. And I thought that maybe you would find a cure for him, and he'd help you fight the boss.
yeah.
But then he just never comes
no,
back.
he's gone.
He just fucks
It does-
off, and
it
I was
just-
like,
He was
that-
corrupted.
It's weird.
that feels like a bad ending to me. Like that could have been the best way. Like you redeem the hero, and you like save the world.
I don't agree with that. I think he was beyond saving at that point because he had been corrupted.
Well, yeah, he like had changed, but you could have like found a cure or something, change him back.
Ben Skywalker. Can he be
I
changed?
don't know.
No.
I
I'll
at
just-
least thought that he would like either help you or like die in the attempt, like in the final fight, because he
Yeah.
just like fucks off and like you don't kill him.
Did you like his design?
I thought it was really weird.
Yeah,
he just
me
like
too.
has an executioner hood with like a cape, and he's like
Yeah.
really buff.
Which looks weird in
He
the
was
art
also-
style.
he
They
was also
this-
a very easy boss fight.
Yeah, when you use
Yeah.
the vehicle.
Because I
It's
didn't use the vehicle at all. Did he just like he jumps at me and then he did like the
said-
spin and then
you just
I
said, "Fuck this shit! I'm gonna run him over."
I just ran him over. He can't hurt you when you're in the car.
Yeah.
dude, I had no idea.
So I
that you
took
could
no
do that.
damage from that fight.
Oh well, if anybody plans on playing Builders, then just use the fucking.
Yeah, we got tons of
Bashmobile.
advice
What did
here
you
on this
do?
episode.
I used the super sword, the one that can't break, and
Okay.
I just attacked him.
That was
Yep.
a nice sword.
Yeah, the greatest
I
sword
wish
of all
there
time.
was more of that stuff that wouldn't break. I wish there was more diversity with that because I thought it was a
like
cool
some
idea.
really special items.
Yeah.
I did like that there was special items, and I wish there was more
And-
ways to get them.
Every
Yeah. 'Cause,
single
like,
one of
there's-
those are fan service too.
Yeah, there's like some cool
The hero
artifacts,
items.
like you take less falling damage, you have more attack damage.
Did you guys ever
um,
find the one where you take no falling damage?
Yep.
Yeah,
Those were awesome.
yeah, I did love that.
Yeah, I had that in 2 of the 4 chapters.
Yeah,
And I
It really
I
helps.
utilized
was-
that a lot.
it was nice.
Mhm.
It was really nice to just drop in, because I remember in the second chapter, there's that part where you go inside the pyramid and then you get ambushed by a fuckload of dudes. I
Did you
didn't.
try and fight them?
I didn't even try and fight
I
'em.
just ran away.
I
too.
didn't even run away. Like I built like a staircase before the fight happened. I built
Oh,
a
wow.
staircase all the way up to the top of the pyramid,
Yeah.
and then poked a hole so I could just escape. And as soon as
Why
that thing started, I just got out of there.
That's pretty interesting because
I had no idea there was
Right.
gonna be a fight.
that's awesome. Why didn't you just take the? Okay, it doesn't matter for you. Did you just take the exact same path on the way out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't difficult. I ran to.
That's
so-
where I found
I got-
those boots.
I got the
You take no
special.
damage
yeah, I
from.
got the
Yeah.
special items from the pyramid, but then I just got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I
was
like the soundtrack for that. The pyramid.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really awesome music in there. It's just from like the first game, and I think a couple extra tracks.
Are
Yeah.
from 2 and
Um,
3
Yeah,
They're
and
all-
then,
rearranged tracks, which we had already listened to in the mobile ports.
yeah,
I haven't
we have.
experienced them
So-
until this game.
that's probably why you enjoyed it more because
Yeah, I did like them. They were
yeah,
new to me.
After 50 hours, they get repetitive. But I cannot knock
I-
the game in saying that it's my personal feelings that I got
did
annoyed
like-
with it. They're still good.
I did like some of the special items that it gives you, like the slime harp
Yes.
that changes the soundtrack that happens to being like 8-bit.
yeah.
Oh, I never
Um,
found that.
Oh, you didn't?
Nope.
Oh, it was awesome. It was a special item that you could get in the third. I think chapter 3
Yes.
is the special item that you can find there, and then I think you can also make it in the 4th one if you found the recipe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just trying to grind through it at that point. So.
Yeah, it just becomes minute.
Yeah, it was
Cool,
it was
though.
an awesome mix after being forced to listen to the soundtrack for a while. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a nice change up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, for the items, the only way to increase your HP is to use life seeds. I came into a small eensy-weensy problem in Chapter 1.
Where you didn't use them at all.
I didn't use it at all. Here's the abrupt thing. Everything starts from scratch in each chapter.
Right.
I did not know this. So I just kept the life seeds. I didn't use them. I'm like, okay, I'll use them whenever because they fully heal you as increasing your HP. And I'm like, whoa, these are good fail-safe items.
Yeah.
Like
that's
use
how I
it.
Yeah,
used 'em.
Yeah.
that's
And
how I
then-
used them against like bosses,
And I
like,
never
the
came
particularly
across that.
hard waves.
I didn't come across that at all. And so I start the next chapter and they're not there. And I'm like, no. So I took care of the golem. I don't remember what the default HP is. Isn't
I
it
think
like
it's like 30.
30?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I took care of all of chapter 1 in the golem with only 30 HP.
yeah, that's
Nice.
sick.
I made the game more difficult than it needed to be.
The game is already kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a surprise though. Starting the second level,
Yeah, I know.
blank
Because
slate.
you take so much time in building such
I thought
a beautiful
that
place.
it was
and
only going to
then-
happen that first time. I felt like maybe chapter 1 was tutorially and it was going to let you keep your shit, but then no.
yeah,
Every single chapter like resets, and then you basically just have to start over. Like you don't get to keep your stat boosts from like seeds. You don't get to keep your any equipment that you're wearing, like nothing. Occasionally, it'll give you just like one item from the last chapter to keep.
like the hammer.
Yeah, like the hammer or a fucking dumbbell from.
Yeah, that
in
was
the
I like the
fourth
wooden club to
chapter.
start off chapter 4. You just get this fucking it wasn't even a wooden club, was it? It was the stick, right?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
just a stick.
The oak
The
stick.
the cypress stick.
I think it gave you both. I don't remember for sure though.
Either way, that's an interesting way to start chapter 4. And
Yeah.
nothingness, death
Yeah.
all around you,
yeah,
and
you
you're holding
start
this
fucking
stick.
naked and you have a barbell.
Well,
What the fuck
in-
happened
in-
last
in a-
night, man?
In a world of death and ash, all you have are underwear and a barbell.
I had the traveler's outfit, but it was the thing about
What
that though is
happened,
that when it
bro?
carries over, it still has like the damage that you've taken to the outfit.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't have the outfit.
I had
I spawned naked.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I will say
I
this
don't
is
know how you glitched
coincidence.
that,
And
though.
after
Oh, wait, yeah, I
ending
did.
chapter 3
It was a
with the
different
bros,
Okay.
who totally may or may not want to do you, and then the next chapter you wake up naked in a surrounding field of death, I'm assuming something happened last night. I'm just saying.
Well, you leave in the mornings anyway after you celebrate.
Yeah.
Something still happened.
Yeah. Maybe. That's to the imagination though.
Well, when you start chapter 4, like the sky is all black too, so it's like nighttime essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see where he was like,
Oh, my ass. What happened?
why do I have this barbell?
Just trying to get him buff.
Yeah, you can't even use it for anything. It's just a fucking decoration.
Yeah.
Like you don't even need to use it for anything.
It's a consolidation prize from the ramming you
Dude,
took.
It only gives you like
That's a trophy.
it was like 5 to 15 points for towards your town.
Yeah, I tossed that pretty early on.
It's like, what the shit? This is useless. You can't even build up your town until like halfway through chapter 4.
Yeah, until you get into the next portal. Into the red portal.
It was just fucking stupid.
Yeah. It was kind of funny though. So I can see why they would keep it just for the humor's sake.
In a way, yeah, but it's like there's no point to it
No.
whatsoever.
Nope.
Okay, so the rest of chapter 4 is basically you just go into you try to build the rainbow tier and get the ability to go to the castle to fight the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, you have to rescue some characters from previous chapters though.
Yeah, in the very Legend of Zelda-esque way, you have to find the sages
Yes.
who represent each of the previous areas.
There's a lot of parallels.
Coincidentally, there are 3 of those areas, which is very
Hmm.
weird for some reason.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you get the same ones from Dragon Quest 1, those items. What was it again?
the rainbow tier, the
Tier,
staff of rain, all that stuff.
Yeah, that was a good callback, I think. I like
yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, it is like directly paralleling the first game. So, it was really cool. And then you use the rainbow tier to basically leapfrog your way to the Dragon
yep.
Lord. assault his castle, and then it's very annoying the way that you have to like go through and then fight him.
You didn't like the boss fight?
I didn't mind it. It was kind of the first fight with the Dragon Lord before he changes into the dragon form was interesting because it reminded me of like Ico. You know,
Yep.
in Ico
You're
like
right,
that.
that one.
You didn't play? Have you played Ico?
No, I
Dylan?
haven't finished it. I played it.
Oh, it's very reminiscent of the final fight in Ico.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
do you wanna-
like it's exactly like it, except for like he does clone shit, which she doesn't do. But like other than that, yeah, it's basically it's very similar, which is weird to me. You got to
Well,
take out the clones in order to shatter it, and then you go up and attack them.
Right, right. What happens in Ico basically is you got the sword, but this darkness is coming towards you. And if you are not being guarded by statues, there are 2 statues in the room.
Yeah, just like
You have to hide behind them
game.
and then
Yeah,
run up and attack her with the sword. And each time you attack her, your sword basically gets
yeah, it flings
Moves
back
off
to the
of her.
very back of the
Oh.
area, so you have to like
Okay.
run back and get it, and then
And
you have
time
to
it.
go and like hide yourself
Mm.
before you can get destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So you basically do the same thing with the Dragon Lord
Where you
in
like
sequences of killing everything in there and then
Yeah.
going up and attacking
kill
him.
his clones, then you shatter his shield, and then you go and attack
How
him.
did you guys fight him?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I assume that you just used the Bashmobile.
Yeah. Yeah.
You fucking bastard.
God, I should have done that. You
You
just
didn't do
broke
it?
this game.
No, like neither of us
It's a
did
broken
that.
item.
That's
You're
awesome.
literally
I
invincible.
literally didn't even think about using it.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
I was
It's the
like,
best
you know
weapon
what?
by
I now
far.
have this sword that is
Yeah.
unbreakable. I might as well use it. I didn't even think about using
Yeah,
the
the
fucking
vehicle
trike.
is better than the legendary sword.
Well, I mean, it should
It's
be.
called the
got-
Bashmobile, bro.
Dude, it's called the Bashmobile, and it's got 2 fucking lances like attached to the damn
I
thing.
know.
It doesn't seem like it should be that powerful though.
It's fucking
Like
sweet.
it just fall apart like
It's like,
Legos
it
or
is-
something.
That is probably the most unexpected item that I would have
Yeah.
like foreseen in the game.
In the game,
When
yeah.
I first got it, I was like, this is gonna break so fast. Nope. Invincible. Doesn't break, doesn't degrade.
God tier item.
And you get it later.
Chariot of the
They
gods.
give it back to you.
Yeah. Except for the last part, but we'll get into that.
They give it to you then too.
How so?
They throw it to you.
Yeah,
Art-
they do.
How'd you reach the dragon then?
When
Because you're-
when his arm is stuck on the thing or whatever on the
It's not for the
bridge.
dragon. It's for the enemies that he throws out.
Okay,
for
you still
class.
took out the dragon normally.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Okay,
dude,
yeah.
he's 50 feet that way. The motorcycle's great, but I don't think he's jumping shit and taking out the dragon and then getting back.
I
onto
never
the
used
blocks.
it when I had it. I always
Okay,
lost
see, that's
it,
where I
so-
was. All
That
right,
would be cool if you could build a ram.
the best way to take out Dragon
That would
Lord
be fucking
is to
sweet.
kill the people to get the shield by doing the little jump side move and just fucking everything up, because that kind of breaks the game too in an easy way. But make sure you're close to Dragon Lord as you're
Yeah.
defeating the last thing, because then the shields go down.
Yeah.
Don't be 50 blocks the other way.
I killed
killing
him
the
with
last
the
guy.
cannons.
Yeah, I killed him with the
did-
shield.
You
and the
nerfed it your
cannons.
own way, yeah. Just cannon.
Well, yeah, you get the fucking magic cannons, and then you're like, they gave me like 3 of them, so I lined them up, and I just started launching each one after another, because he was like over in the distance, like
Yep.
spitting fire up in the air.
Yep, I
So
did
you can
that.
just like launch him at him, and it does like 100 damage to him each time.
Are we
you
talking
can
about
do
the
it.
dragon or the Dragon Lord?
the
The Dragon Lord in his dragon form?
Dragon
Oh.
form, yeah.
Oh, yeah, in the dragon form. I'm still
Yeah.
talking about the other, the
Oh,
first
yeah.
boss part.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah,
If
yeah, the
I-
second
If I
part,
had
everybody
a cannon,
does that.
I would have totally used it. Then, too.
Okay. Which you didn't. Okay, that's where I was getting confused. Yeah,
I
that's
used
how
the-
you take out
Dude,
dragon.
honestly, I used the cannon wherever I could as soon
Yeah.
as I got the
Yeah.
thing. I kept 2 of them for mobile use.
Mobile use.
You could take down like the mini bosses too with the cannon.
Yeah,
You
dude,
just
that's-
get somewhere where they can't reach you and just shoot the cannon.
yeah, dude. The one, there was like one of those the Cyclops,
The
dudes
Cyclops, yeah.
in the ice place.
Yep.
I built like a wall, and then I started launching them at him, and he couldn't walk past the wall.
That's what I did
He
too.
wouldn't walk past the wall, and he wouldn't like attack it because he was still trying to come at me. So it's just like hitting him
Broken
with the fucking
animations.
cannons.
Yep. And you do get that Cantland shield again to block the dragon's attacks.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
he's trying to bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another method of dealing damage to him. So
I did do that a couple times, but I did
Yeah.
take him out with the cannons.
the cannon was the big one for me too.
Yep.
The
cannons.
Did you guys like that fight?
I thought it was okay, but it was
Yeah.
really annoying.
Yeah.
Especially how little time you had to build the tower in order to avoid his bullshit flame attack.
Yep.
And then you still take damage from it because you have the fall damage because you don't have an artifact that like allows you to avoid damage from falling. So no matter what, the game deals damage to you
Yeah.
at that part, but it still gives you health items, but it's still ridiculous that it's like, hey, now you have to build a tower that's high enough that you take fall damage if you fall off of it.
I didn't
but
like that
you
aspect.
have to do it in order to avoid the flame that'll do way more damage.
But somehow you could still beat the game without this method. I never successfully built the tower. I didn't know how high I needed to build the tower.
It was
so I
like-
just said
it
fuck
was
it
a
and didn't do
lot.
it.
4, I think.
I built it like 5 or 6.
It could.
Oh wow! See, I was building it at 3, and I'm like, fuck it, because I was able to sustain. So I was
Yeah,
using
I
healing
always
items,
had
and
enough.
I beat it.
Yeah, I had
without-
enough healing items to like
Yeah.
recover every time I didn't work
Right.
it. But
So every
it
time I was
was-
fine. You could beat it without ever. Every single time you could
It's-
take damage
it
from
is
him
almost
and
impossible
still be fine.
to lose that fight. Yeah, I
Well,
would say, because
I'll go
they-
into that in a minute.
they toss you enough healing items that I don't
it
think it's
shouldn't
possible.
be a problem.
Yeah,
So the problem isn't with the dragon itself; it's with the enemies that it spawns.
yeah.
when
some
it
of the
spawns
enemies
the
are
red
really
dragon
bullshit.
and the green dragon, I almost died.
I didn't.
That
they didn't spawn.
That was.
Oh, that
crazy
sounds like
difficult.
bad RNG there.
That was bad,
Dude, I didn't get any dragons.
That was hard. It was a
I
difficult
would
fight. I didn't
imagine.
have the vehicle, so I couldn't ram them. So I'd have to just jump and hit them and then retreat.
Dude, I never had any dragons. He summoned some knights and some of the mage dudes, but
Pink Knights, yeah.
yeah, but I
That's
didn't get
lucky.
any dragons.
Yeah, it was brutal.
So you had dragons on that small platform.
Yep.
That's
And they do the
awesome.
spin and they
Oh.
shoot fire. So you just have to pick
Was
a
it 'cause
side.
how
That's-
long was
that's
the battle
harsh.
taking you? Was it getting like worse as you went along further?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's probably because it took Craig 5 minutes, but it took Dylan
Yeah.
15.
But they throw you better
And then-
items as you go too.
Okay,
Yeah, they do.
but I'm thinking probably time had something to do with those dragons
I've-
appearing for you.
Well,
Okay,
could've been.
maybe.
I feel
I'm
like the fight
either
took
that-
10 minutes total.
yeah,
For
it's
both
not-
forms.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably about that.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but it was annoying. And I did almost die from those dragons. Just
I
because
bet.
of the limitations of the place where you were fighting.
I know that fucking tiny little bridge platform was
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, it was annoying.
All right, so the next thing I guess is the final cutscenes.
Which I do not remember. Do you guys remember?
Uh,
'Cause-
I do remember there's like the party that you have where the goddess tells you that you no longer have enough time to stay alive anymore
Yeah.
because you used all your life force fighting the Dragon Lord.
That kind of came out of nowhere too.
She did tell you that if you tried to fight the Dragon Lord, you'd die.
Yeah, but that was
And
I
the
think
only
it's 'cause
reason
he
that
kept
you
building
survived is
shit.
because you had friends who
They do
also
show
helped
up
you
and-
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
I
she
didn't think-
helps you.
Yeah, she does.
The goddess does.
Yeah, Rubus. So yeah, then and after that, then you have like you wake up like the whole thing was a dream, and
Oh yeah, I didn't like
I didn't
that.
understand what was going on at that point. Do you remember that, Jake?
Vaguely. Okay, I think I do remember being pissed off at
Like
that time.
That cheapens
the
it, I think.
yeah, like one of the big burly guys.
You wake up in his bed?
No, like they're building stuff, and he's like, wake up from your daydream,
Yeah,
or
he's
whatever,
just,
and
like,
come help us
dozing
build,
off.
Master Builder. So
Yeah.
He's a professional.
I think he didn't die because of his life force. I think he was dying from all of the building,
I
more or
have,
less than the Dragon Lord itself.
I have no idea what that was supposed to be.
I don't know either.
Because like the game is based on the alternate choice, but then he like wakes up from a dream. So is it
So everything's still in fucking
is it-
chaos.
So is it like is that him seeing the future after he's dead, or is that in the like his memory of the past in the Dragon Quest 2 or Dragon Quest Builders 2? Like that is like one
we
of
not
those
know
two
Builders
things.
2 is coming.
We
Like-
also don't know if it took place, if the choice was no or yes. So who knows? Like what the story was based on.
What do you mean?
based on
No, I mean
him
like
saying yes. The original.
when you wake up,
Erdrick.
it doesn't make it clear which decision was made at that point. So it
Yeah,
could have just
I-
been like an
Oh, you
alternative.
mean which
could've just been, like,
version the hero chose?
Yeah, it could have just
Oh
been
yeah,
Erdrick.
yeah, I guess.
it could have been the hero.
I don't think they would retcon it to be the original Dragon Quest 1 when the premise of it was the alternative timeline. I think he
I
still
don't think we
chose.
know though.
I don't think we know, but I'm
Yeah.
assuming that he still said yes to the Dragon Lord, and this builder guy is
They
still
did call him the
in-
master builder still, so I mean,
Yeah,
like,
Well, the
Is-
point I'm making is that they left it really open ended.
they did, yeah, and it made no sense.
There's no point to it.
No.
Like,
'Cause, I
why
mean,
is
like,
that
he
even
just-
there
he-
in a
he
plot that
dies
doesn't
at
even
the
matter?
end, and then all of a sudden it's a dream, and it's like, what the fuck?
I also thought it was messed up that she implied he was basically a zombie.
She did basically say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a zombie,
know.
and all the women want you.
Maybe that's why he's so ugly, because they say that he's ugly like throughout the thing.
Dude,
They're
he-
like,
he
they're always
does-
like he's so ugly.
He does have a face like a potato.
They said that.
It's yeah.
Like every
remember
chapter
that.
they would say that.
I do remember the big burly dudes making fun of you for like not being like buff and good looking.
Oh, yeah,
but,
they
like,
totally
I don't
are
remember
on
any
your
of the other
case.
people like making fun of you.
Oh, they do.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's LaRoche. LaRoche with the red beard, that fucking ginger, totally gets on your case. And tells you to build shit that doesn't fucking end up working.
He has political aspirations.
Political aspirations.
He's like trying to force you to make him mayor.
Yeah, it's like I am the mayor of Cantland. Do what I say,
Yeah.
and then everybody just accepts it because like he
No,
fucking
there's
says
one or
it.
two people in the town that fucking hate his shit. I remember this. One
Well,
of the
that's because they
characters
lived
hates-
there or lived with him before or something. And
Yeah,
they don't like.
That's
him,
why
but,
they
like,
went off. And
But
you-
because he has the builder under him, like he's the mayor again.
Well, he has that book too that he found.
Yeah, the fucking book that he won't let you look at
Yeah.
because he's a dick.
it's a naughty mag.
Yeah, that's really all it is. It's just got dirty pictures.
Anything else left to say about gameplay?
I don't really think so. I think we covered pretty much everything.
I got one thing, and it ties into me playing Minecraft. One of the things that annoyed me in Minecraft was, in order to build things, it had to be inside of your box inventory. Like, it had to be within the ones you were holding in your bag. As long as it's in a chest in your entire hometown, or a chest period, I believe, when you are building stuff in the furnace, armory, anything like that, it recognizes you have it and you could build it. And then instead of
Yeah.
having to make one at a time, you could easily press triangle and build as many as you can with the supplies you have for a
I
quick
did
select.
like that, although I wish that you could select the number that you wanted to build.
Right.
Because like sometimes you wanted to build a certain number because like it requires you to have say like 20 of this one item for like a certain build, and you can either make one at a time or you can make like 100 of them, and you don't need 100 of them, so it's like
I never noticed that feature. That would have been helpful.
you didn't notice. Oh, like in the bottom corner where it says you can like build stuff, it says press triangle to build as many as possible.
So you went individually, like each healing cream.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Oh, that
I
would
didn't build that
would have
many
been
things
rough.
at once, though. So
Right.
it wasn't that.
so-
I built
of a
like
deal.
when I did it, it was mostly to get like a bunch of iron ore or like as many wood as possible,
Yeah, that would have
or-
been helpful.
or
with
as
the iron
many
stuff.
like brick claddings or like a bunch of those at once.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
stuff like that, or the holy water, in order to get like a shitload of those.
I just had that one townsperson build that for me.
The holy water?
Yeah, they just put it in the chest.
I guess you could do that, but you can also just make it.
Yeah.
It's
Either
so
way,
much
if
quicker
I ever
with the
needed
bucket and
extra,
just-
I would just go to the chest. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I did not understand the bucket at all the first time I got it.
I had to look that up. Too.
I was like,
had-
what the fuck does it want me to do with this goddamn bucket?
You have to stand underneath the filter to get the pure water.
Dude, I had trouble building the water itself in chapter 3. Like, it wanted me to build the clean water fountain area,
The purifier.
the
Oh,
purifier,
yeah.
and I had such a trouble trying to get it done. It was another fucking blueprint nightmare for me trying to like adjust it the way they wanted it to.
Blueprint nightmare.
Yeah, that's a good way to sum up this game.
The Blueprint
The
Nightmare.
Blueprint Nightmare.
Yeah.
That's a good episode title.
Those blueprints were a pain in the ass. Because, like, they won't go away until, like, you build the thing. And you have to build the thing in order to move on.
Did you
Yes.
guys ever accidentally remove the blueprints?
Yes. And I had to try and find it.
Yeah, it won't let you build it like with the stuff already there. It won't let you put the blueprint back in the spot.
Yeah, you have
So
to,
you
like,
have to tear it
destroy
down.
everything in order to build it again. Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
that's
that
really
game
annoying.
has so
At least-
many issues.
And
So
at
many,
least
just
it
like
gives you like a blue confirmation thing
Yeah.
with the thing once you put a block in the right place.
you know, I don't think we've really mentioned this a whole lot. We've pretty much been giving it like positive stuff aside from a few negatives, but this game is like
there's a
really
lot of negatives.
polarizing in the fact like it has a lot of really cool and fun things about it, but then it also has like accumulation of like a fuckload of little things that'll just piss you the fuck off.
A lot
Just
of
like-
design flaws.
Like little glitches, the camera, the fact that you can't really mark anything on the bird's eye view, the bird's eye view itself is kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
The not being able to select a certain amount of stuff to build, like just little things like the grind, even like every little thing is just like fucking you in its own little way, and
Yeah.
it just
So if we were to ever recommend this game, I say take it in chunks by chapters and don't go full hog. Like do a chapter 1 month and then wait a whole month before
Well,
you do another
You
chapter.
wouldn't even have to wait a month. Like I would
Okay,
recommend
maybe
at
a
least
couple
playing
weeks.
like a game in between each chapter because
Right.
like, or at least a game in between each chapter for like 1, 2, and then like 3. You can just play 4 right after because 4 is relatively short. But
Yeah.
like, as far as like between 2 and 3, you definitely want some space.
Yeah.
I
Take
feel
a
like
small
it was
break.
built to be played in short sessions. Like
Yeah,
the
and I think
average
that's
mobile
why
game.
Yeah,
they-
it definitely was because like that grind is like more. It's more annoying than it is in like a Dragon Quest because like in a regular Dragon Quest game you at least get the bonus of like,
Accumulative stats.
yeah, you get like better stats. You become stronger for it. You get more gold. You can see the results really quickly. Whereas in this game, like it takes forever to get like one certain item that now allows you to continue the grind slightly easier.
Yeah.
It takes you forever to get the like metal hammer that allows you to break harder surfaces and things in order to get certain items that allow you to build better and better stuff. So you have to build the better and better stuff in order to make the grind quicker.
I don't think we
But
talked
it's-
about like how when you go into different portals, different materials are available to you, and usually they're better materials.
Yeah, that's usually how it like keeps up the grind. Is like
Yeah.
the first area gives you better stuff than the base place that you're at.
Yep.
Then the second,
Bronze
the
to
red one is the
iron
next
to
tier.
steel.
Yeah, basically, it's selected tiers. The monsters get slightly harder, tougher, but so does your
Well,
equipment.
I would
so-
say more frequent.
That part of
yeah,
the
more
gameplay is
frequent
balanced.
in some place.
Combat
yeah.
is balanced.
It's balanced in a way. I mean, a lot of the monsters still like are tanky as shit. Like unless you're using the like attack boosts from like food and artifacts, and you have like the best weapons. Your
How
damage,
often did you do like a actual attack weapon, like a sword, as opposed to like the same like sledgehammer or steel hammer you used with the
I
bricks?
preferred using the swords over the hammers because they
too.
swung faster.
Yeah.
You can.
I
can-
just fuck shit up with the sledgehammer.
do-
I had
the
to keep making them, but I
the
never.
hammers. I used hammers exclusively for the like farming items because like it was way better than obviously the sword.
They don't degrade as
But-
fast.
That is true.
As weapons, they're okay, but they only have like 5 more damage than the highest level sword that you can get,
I think
and the
their
swords
range is
swing a
bad,
lot
too.
faster.
Their
Range is bad, period. I don't think it matters
Yeah.
with sword or hammers. They both, the range is just trash.
I think the swords were
And when you-
slightly better.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
the
still-
swords felt better.
And then the knockback. Oh boy, that was a little fun.
Oh,
Like you-
yeah,
you
enemy
get
knockback.
Yeah. you get disabled temporary for a second, and you could actually start to get chain attacked.
Oh, we didn't talk about like the paralysis and like the status things. That
Oh my
hinder
god.
you.
Okay.
Those were annoying.
There was a fucking I don't know I can't remember which enemy it was. I think it was like a ghost or some shit in the 3rd chapter, and it just like nuke sleeped my entire party of the beefy
Oh,
dudes
yeah.
and me, and we couldn't move.
Yep. They
I
have
was
to hit
getting
you.
slammed with fireballs from like 5 different chimeras after that. They're just like
Yeah, that
nuking
chapter.
the shit out of my guys. And getting hit after being asleep doesn't wake you up like it does in, I don't know, every other fucking game in existence. So
I
you
didn't
just
have that
get
problem.
you get fucking nuked.
It's kind of a
for, like-
50-50 shot in games now that I've noticed. Is that either you sleep or you wake up. It's never been more or less on one side anymore. Half the time it will keep you asleep, and
This
half
is
the
for,
time
like,
it'll immediately wake you up.
You're just asleep for like 20 seconds. and
Right.
there's-
So this is
and
one
you
of them
just
that
get
you
fucked.
sleep.
Yeah, I think if they touch you directly though, you wake up.
I don't remember that. I don't think I ever got touched directly. I
Okay.
do remember getting nuked the fuck out
Yeah.
of by like a shitload of fireballs.
I never got hit by fireballs, but they would like come up to me and hit me, and then I would wake up.
Yeah,
So it wasn't that annoying, but it was annoying waiting for them to come over.
Well, the sleep also has like a ridiculous range. Like it has like they show you where the circle where the sleep
Oh,
is
yeah.
gonna hit,
With the wyverns.
and if you get tagged even a little bit, you're just asleep.
Yep.
And it's bullshit.
Hard to escape those.
It is bullshit, and I couldn't do it, dude. I could not get away from like half of the sleep attempts. It's sick.
I had more problems with the paralysis stuff.
I didn't get paralysis as much. I did get poisoned a lot in the one area where there's like a shitload of like there's like the lake of poison, and then there's like the
Yeah.
bodkins that shoot the poison arrows at you.
Yeah,
or
chapter
whatever.
2.
Yeah.
Because nothing is but poison in that entire chapter.
Which one had the fucking crab on top of the mountain of the
Oh,
poison
yeah.
lake where the bodkins were?
Yep.
Was that chapter 2?
Yeah.
That was 4.
It's a chapter.
No. Yeah, 4.
Was it
'cause
chapter 4? Because that was the most bullshit thing on the fucking
Really?
planet.
I couldn't kill
Yes.
that one with the
Okay,
vehicle either.
So that the
the
fucking crab knocked me off the mountain 4 times.
Oh.
4 times. And when you fall off that mountain, it's instant death. So I died, lost half of my shit, came back, climbed up the mountain again, started attacking him, and you have very limited space to move around on top of that mountain. He summoned like 3 more little crab dudes, and then he just fucking slaps me off the mountain again, and I died. And there's
Oh, okay.
you
Now I
can't-
remember. It's a
Yes.
really small platform. You jumped off to the sides, and
Yep.
now I
And
remember
if you
that.
had
yeah.
even had a sliver of health after surviving that fall, you would have just died anyway because of the fucking poison lake. It, just, it was the most.
I don't think it was that bad.
So
but
I,
okay.
I fell off
most
a
bullshit
couple of
thing.
times, and I didn't die. But when you climb back up, all of its health is back.
All
yeah,
its
of
health is
course.
back. Yeah, so you have to fucking go again.
So I did use the vehicle
Ah.
there, and when you hit the crab, he launches off the cliff. He survives, of course. So then you go down, and when you get there, you're like hitting him, and then he just wanders back and disappears, and then he's back on top of the cliff,
What?
and all of his health respawns.
That's awesome.
That's bullshit.
So
I hated
the
that
one
fight.
drawback from using the vehicle is that fight.
Fucking
I
crab.
fucking remember that goddamn crab. That fucking
Ugh.
bullshit douche.
Yeah, I didn't like that fight.
Because
It
you
was
get
unfair.
Yeah, you get fucking like you get paralyzed by the bodkins, and they also poison you on your way up to the fucking
Yeah.
crab dude, who summons more little crab dudes, who also then can easily knock you off because
Yep.
you have like 5 blocks of space to move around, and he takes up like 3 of them.
Yeah, I think I used the bombs to kill that guy.
I don't remember what I used. I think I just slammed him over and over again with the sword because I was pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to get the orichalcum or whatever it's called, that material,
Or
Yeah.
lich-
you have
Chim.
to use the bombs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had spare bombs, and that's what I used on him.
Those
Yeah.
bombs are fucking useful.
Yeah, that was a good item overall.
All right, I think that covers pretty much everything for gameplay.
Yep.
We have anything left?
The design. We'll just notice that it's a Kiriyama in 3D and the
Kiriyama.
game. Yeah.
Akira Toriyama.
Akira Toriyama.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, basically
It looks beautiful.
it does. It really looks great. I didn't have a single problem with the designs, other than maybe they could have added some more of the enemies, because it was basically just more of the enemies from 1. There
And
were a
then 2's
few.
recoloring skins.
Yeah.
There wasn't even like there wasn't even like 2's enemies. There wasn't the fucking like bat dudes, the Batman mage dudes,
Those
there
cats
wasn't-
were there though. The
the-
cats.
the werewolves.
The one, yeah, those guys that
they were in
confuse
the
you.
first game though.
Yeah, but they were reskinned too in this one.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Referring
were.
to 2's reskinning of the colors.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have added more of the monsters, considering that they had the ability to, and
Well.
considering how many areas there are in the game.
Right.
I think they were drawing it off of the first
I
one.
know
so
they
it
were
was
trying
limited.
to, but the third game also comes before the first one,
yeah.
and since like that was the prequel, and this
But the
is a game
species
that's
have all
newer,
been
I mean,
decimated from all the grinding in 3.
But it's fucking monsters.
They don't
man.
exist.
The monsters rule the world now. You could have added. You could have
Different
even,
species
You could
do,
have even
yes,
added
but
more
not the-
monsters. Like I did like that they added some new monsters. Like there was the crab dude.
Yeah.
There was the hero that had been warped. And then there were a couple other things. but,
snail.
like,
I like the
thing.
boss
the
designs.
snail thing, I think, was in the first game as well.
Okay.
The bosses had the best
Looks sweet.
designs.
Oh,
The
yes.
mini bosses too.
The bosses were sweet, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of wish they had added some more of
Yeah.
because running into like 5 different colored Drakis like in a game that's far
50.
newer than
Yeah.
Dragon Quest 3 or 1, you know, based on that specific world, you could have added some more stuff.
Yeah, I feel
Especially
like-
since you're traveling around the entirety of the world and not
Oof.
just like where 1 took place specifically.
I feel like we've had a problem with that in every game except 3.
Yeah, 3 had the biggest variety.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of, I realize that it's a callback, but at the same time, it feels kind of cheap.
I feel like it had more options that they didn't really
Explore.
explore.
Yeah.
But the design was good overall. The blockiness I didn't really care too much for, but I can understand why it was that way.
The
I just feel
blockiness,
like
at
the,
least
of
not
the actual
materials.
blocks.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
they
it's
weren't-
supposed to be like Minecraft.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to like exactly
I
like
don't
that.
feel like it was necessary. But still, I understand why they did it. I just think it could have looked better.
So you mean you could have like they could have added more shapes
Detail.
to it?
I think
Yeah.
there's a lot there. Like there's a lot of things that aren't just necessarily blocks.
Yeah, like
the beds look fine.
Yeah, well,
Other
that's like the material. That's like stuff that's already made, like stuff that's meant to be like that. The
Yeah.
blocks are just the building materials.
One thing specifically that I didn't like were like the cliffs and stuff. They were just all white. It was so boring to explore the cliffs.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
It
the
was like
tops
the
of the
chalk,
cliffs.
yeah.
the chalk,
Chalk,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know why chalk was such a big thing there.
know.
You don't make anything out of it, did
No.
you? Like,
And
I don't think I made anything out of chalk.
sands too, like glass. You could
Well,
make
it's-
windows.
yeah, you got at least glass.
That was like it.
Chalk
'Cause
is just fucking
windows.
chalk.
Yeah,
Doesn't give you anything.
there was obsidian.
Can't
too.
even use a whiteboard.
Obsidian was a good, strong material.
I use that for walls.
Yeah,
Yeah, dudes couldn't get past that.
yeah. You just use the cannon.
The
and
little
collect tons
the
of it.
hammer dudes would get really fucking pissed off
Hammer
because they
dudes.
can't break through it. They're like, "What the
I
fuck?"
hated those guys when they'd come through and like break all the
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
in
when you
your-
have like weaker shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the castle wall and the brick stuff.
Yeah,
they go
They're
right through
they're
it.
the reason that I immediately was like, okay, I need better shit.
Yeah, that was annoying to have to rebuild that. But
Purple flagstone, I think, was the first thing I got that fended them off. So
yeah, but back to design. I think the enemies and the characters were really well designed, but I didn't really think the environments were that great. Like the stuff that you build looks nice, but the material that you build it out of just looks like a block. I feel like
so
they
you
could
wish
have
they
done
could have added more detail
Yeah.
to the environment outside
feel
of it
like it
looking
could
So
like
instead
a
of-
block.
better. I
Like
feel like it could've looked
RPG
better.
Maker 1, you want it to be RPG Maker 12.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, more advanced.
I agree.
So
with
you
that.
wanted more detail on the grass instead of it just being green.
Yeah.
All right, I got
Or like the plants where you just like throw it and it's just green on the blocks.
Yeah. Or the ones that just add moss for like no fucking
Yeah.
reason.
I don't even know why that was a thing.
I don't either.
That you don't even do anything with moss blocks.
I guess it was for aesthetics, but really it was just like green recoloring, so it didn't do much for me.
Didn't do much for me either. So
All right,
Alright.
is that everything we got?
I believe so. Any final thoughts?
I'm good.
Do you recommend this game or do you not? In which platform?
Ugh. If you really like Dragon Quest and if you like Minecraft, I'd say give it a go. But
It
like,
really niche.
there's- yeah, it's fun, but at the same time, it's really annoying in bits, and it's not a game to be played long term, like all at once.
Yep,
Like most people
it's-
play like one game and then they just stick to that game until they beat it. Usually.
Yeah, that's my philosophy.
Um,
Don't do
At least
this.
that's what I do. A lot of people like even intercut with other games, but like this game is definitely not to be played as like one chunk.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that's kind of a problem for the game. So that's one kind of downer where I'd say probably you can avoid it. I would like to see the second one though.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have to play it anyway eventually when it comes out. But I'm really hoping that it like focuses more on being a PS4 game
Yeah,
instead of just being a port from a handheld system.
me too.
I noticed that you can go underwater in the trailer and you can build a hand glider.
You watch the trailer.
Yeah, I watched the trailer for it. I didn't go
Hand glider.
go into Builders 2 thinking, I'm going to have something spoiled.
Hand glider would have been awesome. Hand glider.
Yeah.
That would have been nice to jump
Yeah.
off cliffs with instead
Yeah.
of trying to. Like,
So we'll see if
slowly
they fix it
climb
or
down.
not. So
It's like Breath
They-
of the Wild stuff, though.
Yeah, there's basically Builders Breath of the Wild.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. That would.
That would
cool.
be really interesting if it
Yeah.
was like a combination of those two games.
Oh, that would be such a big game, though.
Yeah. Could you
That would take
imagine Breath
forever.
of the Wild remade as this game?
Oh God.
I
Why?
think it would be better.
Okay,
So-
so if we got nothing else to add, I guess that's it then.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Final thoughts?
And my final thoughts is exactly with Craig's. I do not recommend this game unless you have that specific niche for Dragon Quest
Mm-hmm.
or
don't like
you
the way you
enjoy
pronounce
building
that.
things creatively. Which I think your best mode would be, rush 3 to the chapters and then go to Terra Incognito or whatever the fuck the name of it was.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was
To where
Terra
you get
something.
all of it because
Well, you don't
there's-
get all of it. You get the recipes that you unlocked, and if you you get more recipes if you do all the puzzles and if you do all the challenges.
Yeah.
And there's also DLC, of course, that you can buy.
What?
Yeah, that's DLC.
there's specific block patterns and stuff, same way with
Yeah.
like Minecraft.
The one
But
that
I
My
did
game
not
came with,
see
like,
any
a
DLC,
code.
so I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Day
Mine
1
came with the code.
edition comes with slime block sets.
there was like gold blocks too that you could
There's
use.
that too if you want, but it's purely
Ah,
aesthetics.
Okay, I bought the downloadable version, so I had no idea there was even.
Yeah, it's just aesthetic bullshit.
Yeah.
Huh.
But in the Terra mode, you can basically build your house and share it online with other people. So that could be kind of fun if you really are into that kind of community that Minecraft has.
Huh. Okay.
But other than that, find it quite cheap. Don't buy it new.
Yeah, I wish
and
there
just-
was like an online thing so you could play with more people.
Oh yeah, we totally would have
Partying up and being able to build stuff, and then like having people try and come and knock it down. It's a sort
Oh.
of mobile type.
If you want a tower defense game,
No, not like a tower defense game, but like it's an open world thing where you can play with people,
Yeah.
build your own little towers thing, and if some people want to, they can try and destroy it.
I think
civilization.
that would be cool.
So it'd just be like like an open world sandbox. It would basically be exactly like Minecraft because that's what Minecraft does. People,
For, yeah,
if
multiplayer
if
can come
everybody's
in
on
and-
the server, then they can go and destroy your shit if they want to.
Yeah,
So
doesn't sound fun, but yeah.
I
sounds
think
fun.
it would be kind of cool to have a mode like that for
Okay.
Dragon Quest Builders.
Get more of a community too.
Yeah.
I think a
More
tower
people
defense
interested.
in Dragon Quest Builders would also be okay.
Maybe.
I think there's a lot you can do with
There's
Dragon
enough
Quest.
there that like they have the ballistas, they have the cannons, they have like that you could get like people with bows like in towers and stuff. Yeah, I
Until
think
you
it would-
allow for a bash mobile in the multiplayer and it just breaks it.
yeah, the fucking Bashmobile.